with lack of access and lack of tools like we have today of online therapy and bots that can help you, I had to go and delve deep inside and explore my dark path, my light path. What's the blockage? Why do I don't let light shine in? Why do I don't allow myself to love as I should? Why do I don't allow myself to be loved as I should? And we all have our baggage. And I always say, everybody has a bag, but it can have a nice soft ball, or it can have a 10-kilo weight, and maybe you wouldn't noticed. So you never judge. But for me, my baggage, my story is well published and well public. And my story is very simple. I lost almost a decade of my life due to illness. I was isolated, I was almost quarantined, if you want to call it today, because I couldn't leave bed or home. What did I learn? I learned that I'm amazing. I learned that I'm powerful. I learned that I can change the world from my own bed. That's why my first talk is called How to Start a Revolution from Your Bed. But how do you gonna start a revolution from your beds or from your couch right now? You have a few weeks of quarantine hopefully ahead of you. What are you gonna do? Are you going to keep wasting your time playing video game, watching Netflix? I love those, I play those, I watch those, but as entertainment, I'm not wasting my days. I'm not wasting my time. Somebody asked me, how many shows or movies have you watched lately? And I'm like, from when? From the start of quarantine. 0. Because I made it a target for me and a goal that I will work like any other day and even greater. I will work every day. I will create new materials. I will write. I will work on my book. Whatever you're doing, keep on doing this. Why wasting time? This is a beautiful gift we have here for self-development. Do you even imagine another time in your life that you can remember that you were so limited but so free in the same time? We're stuck at home, but most of us do not have to work regularly or work partially. We have a lot of free time to reconnect with our loved ones, time to reconnect with ourselves again. And I'll say it 10,000 times. There is really no better time than now. And this quarantine poses an amazing opportunity for all of us to go deep inside and to realize how powerful we are, how amazing we are. How can we change the world if we want it? I've started charities and startups from my bed. I used to go to the hospital in the morning for rehabilitation and working on my startup in the evening. You can have a complete startup today comprised of people from all around the world that you will never meet, but you can create products and you can get funding and you can have a charity if you want. You can have digital projects, you can create, you can change the world. The only question you need to ask yourself is, what's bothering me? When I open the news, I'm not watching news because I think it's just stressful and I'm going to hear about shit stuff anyway and bad stuff anyway. But if you're reading a newspaper or watching the news or going to websites, what's annoying you the most? Is it the environment? Is it animal welfare? Is it child welfare? Is it poverty? Is it illness? Is it despair? Is it war? What annoys you? The thing that annoys you the most and you're preoccupied with, that's what you should go and fix. That's what you should go and start something. Even if it's a YouTube channel or a Facebook page saying, I will share every week stories about the environment that I care about and people can be more aware. It's so easy to make revolutions from our bed. It's so easy to do something. But if you're now wasting time in quarantine instead of developing yourself, how can you do something for others? That's why I still suggest you to do those few hours of self-work and to do something for others as a creative outlet. But if you do something creative for yourself and you do something creative for others, you need to always remember that you have to have a center. You have to be centered. You have to be grounded. You have to have your routines. It was very easy for me to make night a day and day a night and not eat properly and not sleep properly. But when you go back to the mindfulness tools, meditate, do yoga, exercise, read, enrich yourself, Talk to loved ones. People are telling me here in Vienna, friends of mine, oh, I had enough of all those dating apps. People are wanting to just waste your time. You know, people are lonely. So if somebody's approaching you on Tinder and say, hey, let's talk, why not? But if you feel you're overwhelmed with talking to all those people you don't know, why not picking up the phone and calling somebody you do know and you do care and you do love? I'm always for meeting new people, but I'm just saying, people telling me, oh my God, I haven't spoken to these friends in 2 weeks since quarantine started or whatever. Like, why don't you pick the phone up? Because mentally, we're so detached because we feel isolated. But guys, we have this in the palm of our hands. We have phones. We can dial, we can text. We have the entire world in our palms. You're not isolated. You're just on a vacation right now. A vacation to discover yourself. A vacation to maintain and nourish good connection with yourself, with your partner, with your loved ones, with your friends, and again with yourself. When you're feeling strong enough, then you can go out and make other revolutions for the world. But start with your own revolution. Start with connecting to yourself. Use meditation tools. Read books. Do whatever you need. But do something for yourself. And if you can read only one book in the remaining weeks of quarantine, I urge you to read a book that saved my life and may change your life. A Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. I talk about this book all the time when I talk about my revolution. This book is so unique in the practical implication of it that you can be changed by reading it. This is not a spiritual book. This is a book written by a psychiatrist, being a prisoner in Auschwitz, noticing that some people are despairing and even die because they have nothing to live for, and some people find a way to maintain and go on. This amazing guy from Vienna, what a beautiful closing of circle, goes on and develop logotherapy, a beautiful psychotherapy method. And it's so practical, speaking about responsibility for yourself first and then for your surrounding. This book is not even long, and reading it in one night completely changed my life because I was thinking about ending my own life when I was told I will never walk again or talk again or live a normal life again or go to school or marry a woman or work a day in my life. This book was the turning point in my life. Will you let it be your turning point in your life? I think you should. And if you can only do one thing for yourself until the end of this quarantine, read this amazing book, A Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. Thank you.